Rule number 19. The genitive of the whole often follows words that denote a part. The genitive of the whole, or the partitive genitive, to use a different term, comes in four different, flavors, so to speak, defined by the part of speech before the genitive. So let's look at them now. The first set are nouns or pronouns. This would be something like pars urbis, part of the city. The city here doesn't possess the part, it's the whole, while pars is the word that literally denotes a part. Or quis nostrum, who of us. Likewise, nemo eorum, no one of them. And nihil reliqui, nothing of what remains, or nothing left. If you think about these four examples, the genitive defines the whole, while this noun gives us the part, either through part, nothing, who, or no one. The next set are numbers or comparatives, superlatives, or pronominals, like our naughty 9. So you could have one of the soldiers, unus militum, where the genitive militum denotes the whole and unus the part. We could say that Caligula is the worst of the emperors, pessimus principum. Caesar calls the Belgae the bravest of all the Gauls, horum omnium fortissimi. This happens in the first chapter of his Gallic War. And in Caesar, we so often see the phrase mille passuum, 1,000 of paces, as a term for a mile. It might be easier to translate this as just 1,000 paces. Another of these, see what I did there? Another of these is the use of neuter adjectives and pronouns. So here we get the phrase quid novi, what news, although it's literally what of new. Or tantum spati, so much of space. Or the favorite phrase from my textbook, plus vini, more wine, as in bring me more wine. And the last group of these involves adverbs, especially those of quantity or place, introducing the genitive of the whole. So after you've bid your slaves to bring more wine, you would have drank nimium vini, too much wine. There's the phrase satis pecuniae, enough money, literally enough of money. And I'll end this with Cicero's famous phrase from his In Catilinam, ubi nam gentium sumus? Where in the world are we? Well, ubi nam gentium is literally where of nations. The key with the genitive of the whole is to not wed yourself too much to the of translation of the genitive case. So often that of gets in the way of a proper translation. So plus laboris is just more work, not more of work. Oh, and two more things. Numbers and some other words can often take an ablative phrase introduced with de or ex. So one of the soldiers could be unus militum, but you might more regularly see unus e militibus or unus de militibus. Also, adjectives that indicate the whole of something simply agree with the noun. All of us is nos omnes, and many of the soldiers is multi milites. But don't get too caught up in these exceptions. Oh, and don't forget rule number 4, namely that personal pronouns have two forms for the genitive plural. Nostri and vestri are used for the objective genitive, while nostrum and vestrum are used for the partitive genitive. As I just described in this rule, who of us is quis nostrum, the partitive genitive, while the hatred towards us is odium nostri, the objective genitive, which I will discuss in Rule 20. So this is Rule 19. The genitive of the whole often follows words that denote a part.